EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go. Line in. 4-3 for Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line in. 26.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Prescott going right side. He has Witten. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 3. Check 3. Here we go. Going to 54. Line in. Check, 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 check. Here we go. Going to 53. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott trying to lay one up deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the turnover, here's Murray. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Mike 54.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray is going to fire one deep over the middle. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
We got 4.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Here's Bird to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Murray with a 3rd and long. Find Kirk complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. Right side complete to Butler. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, throw left side, going to be caught by Butler. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Watch 54. Watch the 22. Jet, bomber. 22. Jet, bomber.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cardinals are in for 6. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Prescott now. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Prescott from the gun. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hassan Reddick with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Well, they only had a yard to go. They tried to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Try to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And he's got Fitzgerald. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a third down. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but and for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. Cooper was the target there. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Silver. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Tyrone Crawford showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side, caught by Butler. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. Prescott. And that is incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down, Murray. That'll be caught right side. It's Butler.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. second down, Murray sets to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 23 yards the pickup there.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They got that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Murray now on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Malik Collins able to get him for a loss of about 3.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cards continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Throwing. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the 1st half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the 2nd half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Prescott on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. The Cowboys on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Jordan Hicks make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 65 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Let's go. Echo. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And let's get it.
Murray now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Prescott now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10, being chased out left. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. That's a staple of this offense, drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go. Sliding.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. He's crashing. He's
26.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Darius Philon there on the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do, though.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. He's at the 40, 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Hassan Reddick, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking to throw. Prescott. Caught left side by Cobb. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Going right side. He has Winton. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back.
Watch the whip. Right there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught at the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Cardinals 41.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the Cowboys' 6-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Six guy, check 6 guy. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
58. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, let's go.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Buddy up. Mike 55, Mike 55. 22, Jet, Bomber. 22, Jet, Bomber. Kill. Mike 55. Right there.
Back to throw it, Murray.
Watch quick.
It's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.